Under normal circumstances, whether we are in a yoga studio, a Pilates studio, or a gym, we often help many members adjust their posture. The most common posture we adjust for members is slouching with a forward head posture, right. Members with a hunched back, right. Okay, if we follow our normal logical thinking, for example, from kindergarten to university, aren't children always sitting like this in class? And then, after I graduate from university and start working, I've been working for many years. The members who come to you to buy personal training sessions are generally over 30 years old. So if they're in their 20s, it's often because, for example, their family is relatively wealthy, or perhaps they started their own business early and have the financial capability to buy your personal training sessions. The vast majority of personal training members are in their 30s, meaning from kindergarten to their current age. They have been sitting for long periods for over 20 years, at least over 20 years. If I sit like this every day, theoretically, the muscles in the front are in a shortened state for a long time, while the muscles in the back are in an elongated state for a long time, right? Right. According to this, if my muscles are in an elongated state for a long time, the force of concentric contraction when they actively contract would be affected. The curvature of the thoracic spine should be more pronounced backward. When he stands up, his thoracic spine should be curved right. However, you will find that for most people with a hunchback, their thoracic spine is not noticeably curved backward, even though they have been sitting like this for decades. Working on the computer or doing homework. In our class, I might look around and not find anyone with an excessively curved thoracic spine. If you don't believe me, you can check yourselves. If anyone thinks their thoracic spine is overly curved, you can come up and let me take a look. We can show everyone if there's anyone with a hunchback. Do you think you have a hunchback? Do you think you are like this? Is there anyone? Next, let me ask a question. Why is it that after your member has been doing this for over 20 years, their thoracic spine hasn't become more curved, but instead has straightened? Every day they need to breathe, inhaling and exhaling. They only inhale, not exhaling. Why do people who sleep on their backs or sides also experience deterioration in their chests? And why do those who sleep on their stomachs also experience deterioration? If you've been bending over like this since childhood, always doing homework, using the computer, or driving like this, everyone should have a hunched back, and the curvature of the thoracic spine should be greater. You inhale, doesn't go into chest cavity. Where does it go? Messi is so sufficient. The gas is so sufficient, it shouldn't deteriorate, because it only deteriorates if it's sufficient because of its
lumbar spine. Further back. Stop further back!
What is the relationship between pushing the lumbar spine further back and the thoracic spine? Do you remember what I just said? When we inhale, muscles are definitely involved, right? If the muscles don't work, you can't inhale, right? When exhaling, if a person is not engaging in physical activity and is just sitting there motionless, can it be done without muscle involvement? I can still exhale, do you understand?